Welcome. If this is your first time, I'm Kyle. I am one half of the Wandering Shores. So if you've been following us for a while, you know we love boondocking, and we couldn't leave this area outside of Vernal, Utah without sharing with you some of the most amazing boondocking that is in the area. We're here in early spring. It's the middle of May 2025. The aspens are just getting the buds on the tree. We're here to show you the premier boondocking spot here in the Ashley National Forest, Forest Road 217. But we're not also just going to leave it at that, folks. We're going to show you some of the other amazing boondocking spots that are all around the area so that you can pick out your favorite one. But we have been boondocking since 2020 when we hit the road full time, and this is probably one of our favorite spots. We're going to take you on a drive back through, show you a majority of the boondocking here. We also brought the drone today, so I'm planning on trying to fly the drone and give you an overhead view of the area as well. It is a Wednesday, so it is not busy whatsoever. However, during the summer, it does get busy. We are also at a much higher elevation than the city of Vernal, so keep that in mind. We'll tell you more about that as we're driving in. But this is probably one of our favorite boondocking sites, and that's to say a lot, folks. We've done over 100 campsite reviews on our YouTube channel, and we share all of those on an interactive map on the wanderingshores.com. So if you haven't checked those out, please do. But it's a lot easier to navigate those because you can just pick the area where you're going and see if we've done a campsite review. Most of them are going to be out west, which is where we've spent most of our time over the last almost 5 years. But Forest Road 217, and directly across the street from here is Forest Road 181. That's actually where we stayed the first time we were here in July of 2021, because we were here right around the 4th of July and it was super busy. So we went across the street and found a good spot. So I'm going to show you where that spot is too. But honestly, if these spots are open here, this is much easier to get in and out of. There is probably at least 20 sites, if not more. Maybe even 30, depending upon, how big your rig is. But yeah, we're going to take you inside. We're going to take you down this road. We're going to show you all the boondocking sites. And again, if you like this content, give us a thumbs up and take the time to comment. We really appreciate it. All right, everyone, we just turned off of 191 and we are pulling into the main boondocking area here north of Vernal. And as you can see, right here, as soon as you turn off, there is a huge pullout area where if you want to go ahead and park, detach, and go scout, you can do it very easily. But since we are not pulling our camper today, we're going to go ahead and go in and show you all of the boondocking spots that are available here in this area. There is a cattle grate here, so be advised it's fairly standard size, so you should be able to pull pretty much any rig through here. Oh, looks like they are doing some construction here to the left right now. There used to be a set of pit toilets there, so I don't know if they're going to be repairing those and replacing them. But let me pull up here a little bit further and show you this first main area as you drive into the boondocking area. Right off here to the left, you will see a huge wide open area. Now this is Wednesday, May 21st, 2025. And as you can see, there's currently no one here. A couple things about this boondocking area versus Vernal. Vernal is probably about 35 minutes down the mountain. It is significantly colder up here. We're at 8,500 feet at this elevation. And Vernal is at like maybe 5,500. So for example, today it was 63 degrees in Vernal when we came through, and it's now 50 degrees up here. So it's a much cooler temperate area up here, which is perfect for the summer, especially. But this is a fantastic spot with lots of options. I can see, we'll show you here as we drive through. There's another area up here that's already got quite a few RVs parked in it, like a group camping site. But yeah, so keep that in mind. There is a significant climb up to this elevation with switchbacks. There are a lot of double lane areas for passing, so you don't have to feel like you're going to get pushed up the hill. There's plenty of, like every mile or so, or mile and a half, there's a passing lane available so that slower vehicles can pull over and you can get passed by the people behind you. So, but it is pretty steep and there are some 20-mile-an-hour switchbacks. So let me take you further into the rest of this boondocking area. The road coming in here is crushed dirt and gravel. It is very smooth, really no issues, at least initially. As you can see over here, there's another huge areas. Somebody left a pallet there. Don't be that person. There is boondocking over there. I'm going to show you in an overhead view as well of some of the other spots that are in this general area that are also really good for boondocking. But I think this is going to be the primary one that we drive through, just to give you an idea. Over here to the right, there is some great spots which happen to be full of deer right now. I'll hand this over to Michelle and she can show you out the window. You can see the deer over there eating in that spot. So there is quite a few spots. Rotate the camera, just there you go. Perfect. Yeah, there are some great spots. These are all very level spots, folks. So I highly encourage you to come and check this out. Again, you can park up at the front if you need to, you know, detach and use your scout car to go look, or even a drone. I'm actually going to fly over in the drone once we get back up to the front to give you guys an overhead view. Hopefully the wind stays temperate enough to be able to do that. So as we drive a little bit further in, you're going to see this large area over here to the left where there is several RVs all boondocking as a group together. We'll go a little bit deeper. This is not a very long road. I would say maybe a mile. Can't beat this, folks. Look at that. Plenty of open space to boondock. Ashley National Forest has a lot of free camping up here at the top of the mountain. So highly encourage you to come up and check out Vernal. We're also very close to Dinosaur National Monument. So that's a great adventure and day trip. And the hiking, mountain biking, and horseback riding and ATV riding up here is incredible as well. If you enjoy free camping and boondocking across the United States, well, we've got a lot more for you. If you haven't already checked out thewanderingshores.com, and we have an interactive Google map there where you can see all of the spots we've done campsite reviews of, as well as things to do in the area. It's getting a little bit bumpier the further back we go, but still very manageable. If you're used to boondocking, you're going to consider this road in great shape. There's some deer running through that campsite there. Again, I would say there's at least 20 campsites out here, if not more. And if you get down this far and you haven't found anything, you should be able, in most situations, to be able to turn around down here because there's a large, wide open area. Yeah. Folks, there's no one here. And the temperature is beautiful. Granted, it is a Wednesday, and this does get busy on the weekends. But, oh, I'm sorry, there is a fifth wheel over there. I didn't see them at first. But it doesn't look like there's any car parked with it right now. But yeah, so you've got a lot of options. I'm going to cut through this little makeshift road right here. But you can definitely turn around in this area. So I'm going to probably overlay, by the time you're watching this, have overlaid the drone footage as we were driving down this road to give you an idea of what it looks like from the aerial. But also, don't forget, I'm going to go through all of the resources that are available in the area, as well as take you inside and show you on Google Maps some of the other amazing boondocking that is within, you know, spitting distance of this spot here. All right, everyone, we're inside now. We're going to talk about an overview of the Ashley National Forest and several of the amazing boondocking, some of our favorite boondocking sites that we've ever had a chance to stay at, just north of Vernal, Utah. So this is the northeast corner of Vernal, of Utah, just way about
3 hours or so west of Salt Lake City. Here's this city of Vernal. This, if you haven't checked it out, we did a boondocking site review last Wednesday for McCoy Flats Dispersed Camping Area, a very popular mountain biking and hiking area, so check that out. But this week we are talking about Ashley National Forest, specifically focusing on Forest Road 217 and 181, but I'm also going to share a few of the other spots available in the area. So as you come north of Vernal on 191, as you can see, detailed here by the squiggly road, this is a very steep switchback series that you're doing for probably about 3 to 5 miles. I think the steepest of the grade is 6%, so it's not horrible, but you're going to have to take your time. And there are multiple passing lanes, so that makes it a little bit easier. As you get up here into Ashley National Forest, you come up 191. Here is the entry to, they refer to it here as 10217 or Forest Road 217. This is the area where we showed you the overview with the drone. We took you on a drive into the area. I'm not going to kind of go through all of those spots, but all you have to do is switch on satellite mode and you can see all of the amazing campsites. As you can see, they must have taken this satellite image during a holiday season or something, because they are busy. It kind of goes all the way out here. You've got lots of options. Now, one thing that we showed you very briefly in the video, across the street is Forest Road 181. The first year we stayed there, this is actually where we stayed. This road is okay. It's kind of steep. There is a campsite right there for a small rig, but right up here in that spot right there is also a very nice campsite on 181. And then across the street from 217 is Forest Road 152. As you can kind of come right across the street, you have to kind of enter down here and then come around. This is one of the wind blocker fences. But you go back here and you'll find some nice boondocking back in this area here. There's another rig right there. And then obviously a large area. I would not try to get to this area by coming in 181. You're better off coming in here on 152. So that's Forest Road 217 and Forest Road 181. Let's talk about a few of the other ones. Here is another great spot up here. It's actually Limestone Road, but they refer to this as Diamond Mountain Road Dispersed on Campendium. But as you kind of go down here, you'll see there's lots of boondocking along this road as well, so check that out. And then if you go back down a little bit more before, you're going to find what Campendium calls is Cutoff Road, which is Forest Road 063, and boondocking galore. Again, folks, this is at a higher elevation north of Vernal, so you're going to stay away from the blazing heat that you get down there. We were there in May, and granted, every day is different, but it was 13 degrees cooler up here at the top of the mountain as it was down in Vernal. Now, I'm going to take you inside now and show you the resources available in the area as I've outlined with all of this research down here. Stay with us and check out that video. And we're going to talk about the resources available in the Vernal, Utah area for these two amazing boondocking sites up at Forest Road 217 in the Ashley National Forest, as well as our other campsite review for McCoy Flats Dispersed Camping there in the southwestern side of Vernal. So, as you can see, here is the state of Utah. We're going to zoom in here in the northeast corner. There is the city of Vernal. And the Ashley Forest is all of this area up here. McCoy Flats will be down in this area right here. But let's talk about the resources now inside of the Vernal area. So first we're going to start off with dumping water. That's probably the two most important things. You've really got a great option, and I'll zoom in here on the Maverick station. And again, all these GPS coordinates and links will be in the video description. Here is the Maverick station in Vernal. I'm going to put on the satellite view. Right here is the dump station with non-potable water next to it. I did find, however, they do have a water spigot here I don't know if I can take this down into view on, I think maybe right here. There we go. Well, back here in the back of the gas station, you're going to be able to get water at pump 15. Pump 15 does have a water spigot on it, and that's what this other pin is that's right there. Pump 15, I think, is the second pump in, but you can get water there at the Maverick station. So dump in water, and as we all enjoy, it's free. That's the primary option. There are some other spots in Vernal where you can get water. I would highly recommend that you primarily you can check on the iOverlander for those. But let's talk about groceries now. Two main sources for groceries in Vernal. You've got the Walmart Supercenter right here, and then you've got the Smith's grocery store. Let me back out. It's one of these pins over here is the Smith's. There it is right there, Smith's. So those are going to be good options for you as well if you're looking for groceries. Well, now I got all kinds of different layers on here. But that's, oh, here, I got to turn that off. That's what I need to do. Yeah, so you got Smith's. Now, laundromats. You've got several. I'm going to just talk about the two that I would recommend. My wife, Michelle, went to Busy Bee Laundry. The nice thing about this, it's a little more outside of town, so it's not quite as busy, but it's also open 24 hours a day. So, you know, that's one option. And then in town, you've got the West End Laundromat. That's the highest rated one at a 4.2. It's also a dry cleaner, but they do have laundromat facilities as well, as you can see in this image right here. Those are the two options. If you're looking for propane, Milt's Ace Home Center here, the Ace Hardware, they do have a propane tank, and the nice thing about it is, actually, oh yeah, there you can see it. It is right there. And so that means they sell it by the gallon, which makes it a lot easier because sometimes Aces tend to want to just charge you a flat fee no matter how empty or full your tank might be. Now, one of the other unique options you're going to have here in town, and we didn't actually get a chance to check it out, but at the Unita, I think that's how you spell it, Unita, Unita. I don't know, however you say it. I'm not from the area. Sorry, I'm butchering this Native American name. But at the community center, you can actually take a hot shower. Now, you're going to have to call in advance, but my understanding at the most recent check is it's like $1.50 for a shower pass, and you got to use cash, or it's like $3 or $4 to get in for the day to be able to use the facility. And as you can see, it is a nice facility. They've got swimming pools, workout area. It's a really, really nice facility. So if you're looking for a place to take a shower, if you're in a camper van or a tent or something like that, and you don't have water for showers, that's an option. Now, a little bit outside of town, north of Ashley National Forest, way up here, you're going to find Lodgepole Campground. They do have a dump station with water. The dump station is $10, but it is often closed. So if you are looking at that end of town and you might want to reach out to the National Forest office in the area to find out what the status of that particular dump station and water is. When we were there, it was actually closed, but it was still early in the season. Then, if you're coming in from the west, you're going to pass Roosevelt, the town of Roosevelt, which is a really cool town with lots of resources. But the Maverick gas station there as well has water and a dump. So that's another option, and that one is free. So hopefully this information on the resources available in the area is helpful. There is obviously a post office here in Vernal that you can send general delivery to if you want to go that route. We didn't actually get any mail delivered, so I don't know if there are other alternatives in the area. But we hope you enjoy this material. If you do, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out thewanderingshores.com, as we have a free interactive map of all of our campsite reviews, which are well over 100 now. We'll see you next week, everyone.
you enjoy free camping and boondocking across the United States, well, we've got a lot more for you. If you haven't already, checked out thewanderingshores.com, and we have an interactive Google map there where you can see all of the spots we've done campsite reviews of, as well as things to do in the area.